Are you ready?
What did you do?
I have no idea. I'm the worst. I get over here, I get excited, I start clicking buttons. I fuck everything up. It's absolute fucking this. Welcome to Hardware Wrestling. Happy New Year, boys.
Happy New Year.
New Year!
Did you have Damien in there clicking buttons again?
No, I wish I did. I can't get a hold of the knucklehead. Otherwise, I had this taken care of. So.
Yeah, why am I all zoomed in on here? This looks weird.
Is it weird on your end? I can't tell.
I'm looking at the live on Facebook.
Let me see. Yeah, it's a little weird. That's why I asked you to move your camera back a little bit.
What the?
Yeah, that's interesting because I'm zoomed in too, even though I'm leaning back.
Yeah, I lean back.
Lean back.
Right.
Lean back.
That's why you said right. Let me go this way.
You're there. You go. You're looking
Go to the right.
Well, happy New Year, boys! You guys made it through last night. Did either one of you guys go out and party?
I went out to work.
Yeah,
Me too.
I stayed up till midnight and pretty much went to bed right after. I'm too old to go partying. So
Yeah.
Too old. What
I'm too old.
nonsense is that shit?
Scotty, how old are you? 32, 3?
Go up a few more years. 39.
What? How old?
39.
When do you turn 40, bro?
June 22nd this year.
Boy,
So
we will be celebrating that.
Man, you
sure.
got
Yes,
that's right. You got about a month and a half on me.
yep. Yes, I do. So,
Oh, you turned 40 this year too?
Yep.
Double 40 party.
yeah.
I like it.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna get you all so fun. You know what I do when I take people out for their birthday?
Fall asleep first.
Nah, well, that's I try to get them to fall asleep first. Then I'll feel so bad. The last time,
what you're gonna do is you're gonna try to get us to make out with the hairy girl.
oh,
Scorekeeper.
Still got a mustache. Yeah, the last person I took out for their birthday, they went into cardiac arrest. So,
Jesus Christ.
yeah. So, don't take your kids out, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we came off. What's up, Facebook? We got people. Owen Hardy's in the house.
He's always in the house.
We are not live on YouTube. So that's a good looking out. Jesse Gibson is in the house. Our new champion.
Is she still wearing the belt?
She doesn't have it's sitting here somewhere. Yeah, she hasn't done her championship photo yet. So
it's funny. It's funny when she posts it to the group. You already got Tim off the group, right? So he won't be able to see it.
Yep. So you'll have to text him and say, hey, man, you should see this picture Jesse posted. So her third picture will be coming soon.
Then we'll just copy the one that you sent and just send that to him instead.
Yeah. Zoom in on zoom. Make sure you zoom way in on that one. Did you notice the little R-Truth hanging out the bottom?
What?
You gotta zoom in on the picture, bro.
I'm not zooming anything in on that.
Yeah. I had the 24/7 I-95 hanging out. All right, we just came off of a big weekend of pay-per-view. We had AEW World's End. I watched. I actually slept through 2 of the matches, but because I needed a nap. But I watched World's End. Did you guys catch up on all World's End?
I watched the highlights. I only saw the Samoa Joe MJF match.
Gotcha. And you just caught the highlights there, Scotty?
Yeah, I just caught the highlights. So, interesting stuff, but nothing that really it didn't really interest me to watch it. I was just like, you know what? It's AEW. It's the same stuff we see all the time. So,
I don't know.
Well, we'll get into it here in a sec, especially.
We are definitely gonna get into it. Mike Nolan is in Mike or win it. Yeah. Mike no, who's Mike Nolan? I don't even know who Mike Nolan is. I know Mike Raddick. I don't know any Mike Nolan. So, but Mike Nolan's in the house. So all right, we're gonna go over the results of World's End. Let me see if I can pull it up here. We had finally got our end of the Continental Classic, which was probably the best match of the night, and in my opinion, and the rest of it was a collision.
No, that's Saturday
Collision
night.
or Rampage?
Yeah. No, I would say it was a collision. It wasn't as good as a Dynamite, and it wasn't as bad as a Friday night show for sure. So, all right, let's go through this. We'll start with the 0 hour now. I didn't make it home in time to watch the 0 hour, but we had Willow Nightingale, Chris Statlander. Chris Statlander loses to Willow Nightingale. Now we are pro Willow Nightingale podcast. We love Willow.
I do like Statlander too, but definitely Willow's up there for me.
Yeah,
So.
that almost feels like a Tony Khan. We need to get you two on the at least the pre-show to get some FaceTime. So we're just gonna put you in a match.
Well, I'm kind of confused on what they're doing with Chris Statlander. Since she came in, she beat Jade, and she's lost the title, and she's absolutely been jobbing out to everybody. Is she gone? Is she one of those talents that's going to be gone here?
I think so. I mean, I think, like WWE could definitely use her. Like Impact could definitely use her. I think
where she should go. Impact.
Yeah, Impact.
Let's not send her to. If she goes to WWE, she's out. She's Emma.
She'll be in NXT or.
Yeah,
she wouldn't go further in NXT and WWE.
Yeah,
probably.
They've got too much talent on the main roster.
Yeah, I think most of the young talent that comes from AEW, if WWE decides that they want them, they will go to NXT so they can wash the stank off. So,
Alexis King.
Yeah, have you seen Jade Cargill at all?
Not since she stepped out of the SUV in her $1 million wardrobe.
I did see an interview with her. She was talking about how at AEW they had her attack somebody with a chair, and she said, I've never swung a chair before, and they were like, yeah, you'll be fine.
Wow.
If CM Punk kind of walked her through how to do it and everything. So I wish CM Punk would have had my back on Saturday or a Friday. That way I would have known how to swing a damn chair.
Swing a chair, eat it.
Willow defeated Chris Statlander. Another 0 hour match. We had the FTW champion Hook versus Wheeler Yuta, and Hook definitely. This was the match that it was a no brainer. There was no way the Hook was going to lose. Hook has Sting type of feel to him. Like Hook never loses.
Pretty much,
right?
Well, I think
in New York.
I think that's also because Taz is there, and Taz basically has probably threatened Tony. If my son loses, I choke you out, and so I don't think Tony was fearing for his life from the CM Punk incident. I think he's fearing for his life from Taz. So
Hook could kick Tony Khan's ass.
Yeah, Hook can kick Tony Khan's ass, that's for sure.
No, not happening because AEW is one of the safest places to work. What I hear. So we're definitely gonna get into that later too. So Hook beats Wheeler Yuta or Wheeler Useless is what.
Thank you. I was gonna try to correct you there.
By submission. Other 0 hour match. We had a TNT Championship #1 contender battle royal match. I don't know who was in this. I didn't watch it. I saw that Lucha Kills switched swords.
It was probably all 20 of the best friends and the rest of catering.
Trent was the last one eliminated.
And my boy Danhausen was probably in there. What about Pockets?
He gets hurt too. He's not climbing into a ring with anybody.
Yeah, but he just curses people. That's it.
Well, I mean, I guess.
What about Pockets? Was he there?
I have no idea. I did not watch the
Scotty's
pre-show.
boy.
I did not.
You know what?
I doubt
there was no FTR or Cucamonga kids on this card.
Yeah, and it still made it it was the same type of collision. I'm telling you, it was a collision. It was a collision. So, yeah. So Luchasaurus wins the #1 contendership, and they gave him a little contract that we will talk about later on for sure. While we're doing this review. Bryan Danielson, we had a 4-way. This was the first match that kicked off. These were all the guys that were in the Continental Classic that didn't quite make it to the end. So you had Bryan Danielson, Claudio, Mark Briscoe, and Daniel Garcia.
It's not as good of a dance as Prince Nana.
There you go.
Versus Brody King, Switchblade Jay White, Jay Lethal, and Roosh. Or what I like to call the wasted talent department.
Where's Juice been at?
He's in.
Oh.
Yeah, he's hurt.
I must have missed that pizza cutter news.
He got hit by the shoe.
He must have. Tony Khan must have had, or not Tony Khan, Tony Storm must have had that steel pan in her ass when she went and slammed him in the face.
Garcia gets the pin here over. I can't remember who got the pin.
Jay Lethal, probably.
Was it? I don't know.
Probably Jay Lethal.
Probably, yeah, it could have been. I don't remember, but Daniel Garcia gets the pin. And that was awesome because Daniel Garcia took a bath in that Continental Classic and didn't really fare too well. I think he beat Brody Lee. I think he beat Brody King one match, I think. I'm not mistaken.
Brody dead. So
yeah. Well, he could. I don't even know if he could beat Brody Lee.
Zombie Brody Lee.
Zombie Brody Lee. There you go. Tag teaming with his partner Zombie Luthez.
Yeah.
No, Zombie Bray Wyatt.
Oh, Zombie Bray Wyatt.
Too soon.
We got the match. We got the match of two guys that could care less if they're ever going to wrestle in AEW. Miro defeats Andrade El Idolo.
Andrade El heading back to WWE.
Yeah. So this match to me started off the night of trash. Neither one of these guys looked like they wanted to be there. Andrade never looks like he wants to be there, and it's never been. It hasn't been Rusev Day since he left WWE. So, CJ in her finger, which she did not mind showing off the whole time. Did you guys see my splinter?
Yeah.
She accompanied Andrade to the ring. Towards the end of the match, Andrade had Miro in a figure 8, and CJ reached in, grabbed his hands, pulled him out. Of course, Andrade's can't figure out what's going on, and then she kept saying, "That's my husband. That's my husband. That's my." Fucking terrible. The only thing that could have saved this is Bobby Lashley came and boned her right in front of everybody. That's the only thing that could have saved this fucking match. It's fucking awful. Neither one. I like Miro. I liked Miro. I don't know if I like him now. I liked Miro. I never really cared for Andrade because I don't know. There's something about Andrade that I just don't care for. He is about one level below
Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto Del Rio. Thank you. He is one level below. He definitely punches Charlotte Flair in the face from time to time. I guarantee it. Roosh. There's something about Miro right now that he doesn't look like he wants to play ball. He can't figure out what he wants to do. His storyline. It's
probably Tony Khan's booking. He doesn't know what to do with half these guys.
It is absolute bullshit. She's horrible. She's a horrible manager. The storyline was terrible. This thing was dead in the water. Dead in the water in the Sahara Desert. It was fucking not dead in the water.
Yep. Yeah.
But on to other news. Miro wins this match after Andrade pretty much it seemed like Andrade was not going to tap out. Like it was like, yeah, I'm going to make you work for this. But he ended up tapping out to that was it, the Accolade. Is that what he calls it, the Accolade?
Something like that.
Fucking terrible. It was terrible. CJ's terrible. You know what they need? If you're gonna bring a manager in for anybody, bring Jonathan Cross in. Why is Jonathan Cross not signed yet to AEW? Because he's better than 90% of the managers, but not Prince Nana.
Nobody's better than Prince Nana.
No one is better than Prince Nana. But yeah, so Miro wins this match of bullshit is what should have been called. So
Yep. Yeah.
Was it pre-show worthy or Rampage worthy?
No, it was. This should have been on Dark Match on Friday.
Dark Elevation.
They should have shot this at the Ring of Honor catering table. This was how fucking bad this match was. This shouldn't have been on TV. It's terrible.
What about ATCW? Is it worse than
No, we did never. Jeremy Stone would have thumped both these fucking guys' ass. There's just no absolute way. I would never book either one of these fucking morons. This is horrible. They're great talents, guys. They're great talents. Just not for me. All right. We had the AEW Women's Championship. Timeless Tony Storm versus a toothpick. How do we? Why is it pop? Why? As you can tell, I'm ramping up here. This was a shit fucking pay-per-view, guys. This was a shit pay-per-view. It ended my world.
Yeah.
It ended my world. So we get time.
Was it worse than Half or Nothing?
It was fucking terrible. All for nothing. It was worse than All for Nothing. There is a million women in this division. I mean, you got. I heard Serena Deeb was back floating around.
Hikaru Shida.
Hikaru Shida is running around.
Britt Baker.
Britt. Yes, thank you, Britt. There's a million talents. Even though Saraya isn't working like she should be because I think she's scared or whatever. Not Rio. Come on.
Yeah.
Nyla Rose.
Not yet. Nyla Rose is still out.
We'll take Nyla Rose in a fucking heartbeat. I like Nyla Rose. Bring back Awesome Khan for 3 minutes. I don't give a shit.
Bring Gail Kim in for a cup of coffee.
She's still concussed.
Yeah.
She smacked her head off the ground. This would have been a good spot whether she held the belt or she lost the belt for Deonna Purrazzo to make an entrance.
There you go.
Thing here, but I just don't get it with Riho, guys. Am I by myself here?
No, you are not. You are absolutely again.
If I remember correctly, Rio won the inaugural women's world title there by beating Nyla Rose, correct?
Yeah.
And so that would be
Nyla Rose eats more in the catering than Riho weighs.
That's like Scotty versus Cereal Spoon. And the Cereal Spoon somehow won.
Yeah.
So in wrestling, you're supposed to suspend belief, right? You're supposed to tell a story, and the story's supposed to make sense. There is no fucking story in this world unless Riho is wrestling a rubber doll. She should never fucking win. She should never win. She's not. She's 90 pounds soaking wet. Her outfit weighs more than she does. There's no way.
If these guys believed in intergender matches, she wouldn't.
I would take Sunny Kiss in a fucking Yam Bag City.
I wasn't quite going that far, but I was going to say, let's say you put her versus Spike Dudley, two of the smallest people.
I thought he was going to say pull her out of Pocket's pocket.
Yeah, pull her out of Pocket's pocket. I mean, it's no, I completely agree with you. She's 90 pounds soaking wet. She's not. How do you beat a woman who is not how does a 90-pound woman beat somebody that's 110, 120 pounds? No, it's just not. I've never liked Rio. She's Kenny Omega's pet project. He has this Japanese schoolgirl fetish. He likes the lace doilies, so they let her in. But yeah, I don't understand this right now. And again, it's fun. What really is hysterical to me is it seems like whenever Kenny gets injured, that's when Rio comes back. Whenever Kenny's working, Rio's not there. Whenever Rio's there, Kenny's out. So I just find this hysterical. But yeah, no, it's not. This was not a match I like ever wanted to see. Ever like I wouldn't even go out of my way to find this like on YouTube or anything.
No, this is an accident. This is like you're scrolling. You're like, oh, I want to see some Asian girls on YouPorn, and this is what fucking pops up.
Yeah,
It's doily with legs. There's no reason for this woman to even be on wrestling on TV.
Yep.
Again, a million other talents in the back. Scott, where was Sky Blue?
Yeah.
Great.
Helping Julia Hart win.
That's a little bit more believable. That's a
Yeah.
little bit more believable. Well, I tell you, Toni Storm is so good. She makes egg salad out of dog shit every time she's in the fucking ring. So this match was she made the match. She was great. So
I
Toni
heard
Storm,
Jamie Hayter's coming back soon. Damn it!
she can't get here soon enough. I think about
Yeah.
the same time that I get her figure that I ordered 6 months ago.
Oh, geez.
Check
the
inside the Senior Money in the Bank briefcase and see if it's in there.
Nope.
No.
No. So
Is there an NDA in there?
I'm not allowed to talk about it. So if you watch the media scrum, the best part of the media scrum, and I didn't watch all the media scrum, so I couldn't say the best part. But Toni Storm, did you guys catch a media scrum?
No, I tried to watch it.
What
and-
you're about to talk about.
Yeah. So Toni Storm said, "I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to. I know I'm going to get in trouble, Tony, for talking about it. But there is a hot free agent out there that needs to be signed. Wendy Richter. I'm coming for you."
Wow.
I love it. Toni Storm this is the best iteration of Toni Storm ever.
Yeah, it is definitely good.
So Rio versus Larry. Now, Larry, is that CM Punk's dog? Is that who's Larry?
Rio versus Larry. That's more believable than what we saw. And Larry would still win.
Yeah, he should go over.
Yeah.
Now, if the Bucks find out,
Doggy
Oh,
style.
yeah. There'd be hell to pay if the Bucks found out.
Doggy style.
Thomas Toni Storm defeats. Woohoo! And then we have a match that I watched. This is a match that this is where I started to take a nap because I needed to be able to get to the end of this. So I Swerve Strickland versus Dustin Rhodes. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know if you guys are on X or Twitter, Twatter, whatever, Titty Tuesday, Wet Wednesday, whatever you guys are on. They really shit all over this match. And to the point where Dustin Rhodes replied, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Fuck you. Right? If you can, I'll see if I can find the tweets and I'll post them. He was fucking angry. And everybody said the same thing I said right before I nodded off. All right, I'm just going to take a nap for 3 minutes because this match is going to be over soon.
Yeah.
This match should have been over in less than 3 minutes. There's no way Dustin Rhodes should have even been in the ring. Now, Keith Lee got it. It was supposed to be Keith Lee. He gets injured. And for whatever reason, I never did hear what it was. It was undisclosed. And they decided they looked in catering and he looked there and Dustin had a cheeseburger and he's like, huh? So, they had Dustin come over and get his ass handed to him by Swerve. So,
well, and here's the other thing. I don't think. I mean, again, I can't say this for sure. I'm just talking out of my ass, which I usually do. But here's what I think happened. Something happened with Keith Lee, like right before this whole thing went down. His ego got injured, and he's like, "I'm not going to do the match anymore," and walked off. Said, "I'm not dealing with this." And they had to find the substitute because I again, from everything I have heard from different podcasts and stuff like that, while he's not hard to work with, when he gets into his moods, he gets into his moods. And yeah, I just like, again, undisclosed injury. Like most times, if somebody gets injured, we've heard about it. They're like arm injury, neck maybe not neck injury, but like arm injury, like leg injury, some kind of okay, they'll be out for a few weeks. They'll be like, we haven't heard jack squat of what Keith Lee got injured with. So I don't
know. Like he doesn't even wrestle enough to be injured.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was just on the Ring of Honor pay-per-view and won that. That was just what, 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Is that like one match in like 3 months?
Yeah, something like that. So
I don't know. I honestly don't know what the deal is with Keith Lee. I'm hoping it's not I'm taking my ball, go home type of deal, but I don't. Anyway, again, here we are. Dustin Rhodes, love him, love the Rhodes family, a lot of history, a lot of lineage. I would never shit all over Dustin. Dustin should have retired. If they're not right now, he's enhancement talent, and he's better than that.
Yeah.
He's way better than that.
Yeah, even at his age, he is.
Yeah, so he throws a hell of a Canadian destroyer, but he has to get it in every match, no matter what. So he did get his Canadian destroyer or the Rhodes destroyer or whatever he's called.
He just needs to just go back to WWE, be a return entrant in the Rumble, and then retire.
Yeah.
Come back as
7.
Yes, 7.
7.
Oh god.
Yeah, so again,
he'll be peeking through Cody's window at his kid.
Give me 3 guys. Give me 3 guys in the back standing in catering besides Dusty Rhodes. It should have been in his mouth besides Swerve Scott. Or besides Keith Lee. Sorry, Dustin Rhodes. Drunk.
We can. I mean, like anybody could have been. I mean, there are so many. I would love to see Swerve Scott versus Ricky Starks in the start of a feud with these two, because I think Ricky has got a lot of potential and upside, and they really haven't done anything with him. Swerve Scott's one of the best guys they have. They could do so much more with him. Get these two together, even if it wasn't even a match, like get somebody else in there and get Ricky out there to interfere or to start something, like, do something.
Who?
Huh?
Who? Ricky Starks?
Well, yeah, get Ricky Starks.
He was in a match.
Yeah, he's in a match later on, which we're going to discuss.
But even if they had put somebody else in there other than Dustin as enhancement talent, put Ricky out, like have Ricky out there to interfere, like he comes out, interferes, maybe like doesn't quite cost Swerve the match, but creates enough of a tension between the two of them that it starts something between the two of them. Like, do something that gets two of your big names out there, and make something of this. Like, I don't know, like.
Well, okay. Well, I'm still waiting on hearing names from you guys, but one name I'd love to see: Dalton Castle.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. That's an interesting.
I wasn't
one.
thinking ROH, but yeah, Dalton Castle.
Well, they're all it's all the same fucking roster. They're all standing around the same buffet table.
Who else could? I mean, who else wasn't?
Owen says Pockets.
Oh no.
Yeah, they give him an international title run. Fuck it.
Well,
no, he's better. He's bigger and better than that international title run.
Yeah, I that he's who else they've got? My brain is not wanting to. Who else wasn't in a match last night that could have? Because I mean, there were a lot of guys that had
Cash Wheeler.
Yeah.
Yeah, FTR. There you go. But see, here's the thing: do you want to break up the?
It would have to be Dax, because Dax.
Yeah, Dax is the better single.
It would have to be Dax.
Yeah, Dax.
Lee Moriarty.
Who?
Yeah. Lee Moriarty. He's all right. Not one of my picks, but
El Viking Del Helio.
Somebody call Pineapple Pete.
There you go, Pineapple Pete.
Owen also says Pack.
There you go.
El Ciro Miedo, whatever. Penta. There we go.
I hate the friggin' Lucha Brothers. So not one of my top picks. But
here's a guy they could have brought in. And he doesn't wrestle that often. Cheeseburger. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Okay.
We could be here all day talking. We could be here all day talking stupid shit about that. But anyway, Swerve Scott defeats Dustin Rhodes in a match that took way too fucking long. The next match after that, this was when I started to wake up. TBS champion Julia Hart versus Abaddon.
She's doing absolutely phenomenal work. Julia Hart is.
Love her, love Julia Hart.
And I love teaming her with Sky Blue. Oh, there we go. Malachi Black could have taken on Swerve. Brody,
Sure.
Yeah, Brody was in the match. Buddy Matthews, he isn't doing shit.
Yeah, I would almost put Buddy Matthews in there instead of
Malachi.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, out of the two, between Malachi and Brody, I'd have put Buddy or Malachi and Buddy. I'd have put Buddy in there against Swerve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm sure it was a last minute thing, but I don't know.
Where in the hell have the Acclaimed been?
Good question. I haven't seen them in
since
they were just on Dynamite
through the glass.
When did you just on Dynamite?
That was like a few weeks ago, I think. Wasn't the Adam Cole's goons threw him through the glass office with no door?
I believe they've been on there. I believe they've been on there since. Because they just it was Friday night. I think it was a Friday night they wrestled Andretti.
Well, there you go. Friday night.
Yeah, I think it was they wrestled Andretti and Top Flight.
The trios titles have kind of faded away.
Wait a minute. Mario Andretti was on this?
Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Julia Hart defeats Abaddon. I didn't get to see much of this match because this is where I decided to take a nap because I wanted to be ready for the rest.
Frosty says David Arquette.
I would have.
I'm assuming that's what his spelling's getting towards.
Swerve would have killed David Arquette when no one else could. So
Jimmy King.
Jimmy King, I eat rolls. I would have loved to see. Maybe they bring in Nick Gage, Matt Cardona. There's a million guys they could have brought in.
Why would you want the bank addicted drug robber?
I love him. He had a GCW show last night, so there's no way I don't think he could. All right, this weekend. So we had Sting, Darby Allin, Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara versus Ricky Starks, Big Bill, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Konosuke Takeshita, the Don Callis family. So this match got interesting
on more than one level.
Yeah.
Yeah, this match got sort of interesting. So allegations came out earlier in the week or a couple of days ago or something about Kylie. What's her name? Kylie Jenner?
Kylie Ray.
Kylie Minogue, whatever. That did not sit well with a lot of wrestlers in the back. So, I mean, this is all alleged stuff. We don't have a lot of information, and I don't want to get into it. We're going to cover it here fully here in a second, but a lot of guys that were in this match were not happy with Chris Jericho, and neither were the fans.
Do you think a few potatoes might have been thrown that night?
What's that?
You think a few potatoes might have been thrown that night?
I don't know. It didn't look like anybody got out of line in this match, but it looked like it could have.
Yeah,
I believe the middle Ricky Starks, the middle fingers from Ricky Starks, and Darby Allin screaming "fuck you." I don't know that there are a lot of people are upset over Jericho, but we're gonna get into it here in a minute. So
yeah, I'll hold my thoughts.
In the Sting never loses match.
Yep,
Sting didn't lose.
And we
Sting's retirement tour. Go ahead.
No, I just said we called it. I mean, when we the other day, we were saying Sting never loses, and of course that the team with Sting on it didn't lose. So
yeah, Sting,
you
Darby,
Sting on the card against Jesus Christ, and I'm taking Sting.
Oh yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely, I'm betting the farm on it. When I'm not betting, I believe he goes out on his back in North Carolina.
I think so.
Loses.
Really?
Yeah.
To a figure four.
To a figure four, or Rick's gonna hold him down and pour some wings down his throat or whatever. What is the drink called? Woo? What is the drink called?
Woo Energy.
Woo Energy.
Yeah.
Not to be
And
confused
it-
with
Wings.
wings. Oh shit. Anyway, last match. Oh no, not the last match of the night. The no
I
disqualification.
thought we were only
match.
about halfway through.
Yeah, no, we got a couple left here. we have no disqualification match. Adam Copeland defeats Christian Cage and then loses to Christian Cage. So Adam Copeland beats Christian Cage for the TNT title, and then Lucha Switchblade, what's it called?
Lucha Killsaurus.
Lucha Killsaurus shows up, turns in his contract that he wins earlier in the night, hits him with what he put him through a chair. He chokeslammed him through a metal chair, and as he's getting ready to pin him, Christian rolls in the ring. Our patriarch Christian rolls in the ring and takes an ass. Tells Lucha Switch Source that I need that contract, and Lucha Source did not want to do it. But he ends up doing. Christian whispers something in his ear. I'm pretty sure it said, "Hey, you shit your pants. There's dinosaur droppings behind you. Go change the tail. Go change the tail." And Luchasaurus, Lucha Switch Kill Blade, turns over the contract, and then Christian pins Adam Copeland and becomes the 2-time TNT champion. I did not see this. Well, I did. Once I realized that Luchitard won the battle royal, that I knew something silly was going to happen.
Luchitard. Oh,
yeah, I knew something silly was going to happen. But this is great. Christian is doing the best work in the world right now.
He is.
Now he's got a woman by his side. I thought for sure that Beth Phoenix was going to show up. It really leaned towards Beth Phoenix showing up and spearing the leather pants off of what's
Nick
her name?
Wayne's mom.
Nick Wayne's mom. Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on. So, but anyway, Christian Cage gets out of there by the skin of his teeth with his title. Awesome stuff here. This is good.
Now, can we talk about what I consider to be a very interesting botch in that match?
Okay.
And I watched this over and over and over, like 2 or 3 times, because I was like, "What the heck?"
Oh, you're talking about the fire,
the table spot, the fire table. Okay, Edge has done this before. Now I don't know.
With Mick Foley.
Yeah,
not Nick Wayne.
But here's the thing, though. I don't know if Nick Wayne said, "I don't want to go through the fire," so he agreed to go over top the.
He missed the fucking table.
He
missed the table.
But I mean, I showed that to some wrestling fans I know and some non-wrestling fans I know, and they're looking at this like, is that kid alive after that? Because I mean, they, once I explained to them, like some of the non-wrestling fans, like once I explained to them, that's not soft padding on the floor. That's that thick, like hard rubber mats that they put like in a gymnasium kind of thing. They're like, is that kid alive? Like, because like he folded up in half after hitting the floor. After his butt hit the table and then he hit the floor. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
Is this Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara 2.0?
Yeah, is this Matt Hardy, Sammy Guevara, and it just it happened?
I didn't see the spot, but yeah, it sounds like
it. I just think Edge did not realize how much Nick Wayne did not weigh, and he put a little. He thought he had Nyla Rose up in his arms when he gave him a chuck. So he went flying over the table. So that's where I just think he was too light. His ass did catch a corner of the table, but I don't know. I don't know. He's such a young boy to be all dirtied up.
He was probably envisioning the what was that, WrestleMania, when he speared Mick Foley through the flaming table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the flames went out pretty quickly the first time they lit it, and then Edge decided he was dumping a can and a half of lighter fluid on his table. So it was gonna burn. So
Exactly.
Nick Wade got out of there. Did not burn any of his pretty little back hairs off. So
Just all of his ass hair is gone because all his ass is pretty much the only thing that caught the table. So
this wasn't a bad match. I think the only problem with this match is these guys should have never touched beforehand. They got into a big scrum on Friday night. I think it was Friday night or Wednesday night. Wednesday night, one of them. They got into a big altercation in the back. Edge showed up and kicked the absolute piss out of Christian Cage. So I don't think they should have touched. I think they would have been more special if they just saved it for this, but they didn't. Shocker.
Yeah.
I still hate not being like. I still hate that he's not called Edge anymore.
yeah.
I still call he'll always be Edge to me.
Yeah.
Yep. He's always edged us.
Adam Copeland. It's plain. It's like Nick Wayne.
Yeah.
Like
Adam. Anyway, all right. So we had probably, in my mind, the best match of the night. We had the Continental Classic final, Eddie Kingston versus Jon Moxley. These guys have been telling this story for over a fucking year now, like 2 years, might be 3 years now, of their friendship and back and forth. And Eddie can never beat Jon. And here he beats Jon for the Continental Class for the 55th belt in AEW history.
55th, 6th, and 7th.
Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. When AEW goes under, and it will, it's going under.
Yep.
They're
it's not looking good.
Someone's gonna buy them or whatever. But when Tony Khan loses AEW, it goes away. They're gonna be able to melt down all these fucking belts at Conserve It, and they're gonna make a pretty penny. When you guys start seeing the price of metal go up, look for the sale of AEW. That's what I would say.
That are these things are going to become collector's pieces. They'll be auctioned off to pay for to get money back on the sale or stuff like that. Like
pay the debts they don't have to pay their wrestlers.
Yeah,
they're going to lose it in an NDA.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. So Eddie Kingston wins this match. Nice little moment between Eddie and Mox at the end where they embrace, and then Mox kind of rolls out and gives him his time. Is this belt going to be defended, or is it just like the Owen Hart title where it's just kind of going to be there?
I honestly have no freaking clue because, again, like, I get the Owen Hart tournament happens once a year, but from what I understood was this tournament was going to crown a new champion, and that like the Continental Classic, whatever this belt is going to be a title.
Strong weight ROH Continental Champion.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I-95 South European Continental 24/7.
Hardcore.
John Hall says Endeavor will buy them and melt them down to make another new belt.
I mean, not that I want to see another belt on this company that already has 55, 60 belts that we don't need to see, but like I hope if they make this that they're not just gonna do this once a year and that's the only time you see the Continental Classic belt come out. I mean, it's kind of a waste, but like the only thing I get, they kind of devalued it after the second year, but I still think that the idea behind it was they kind of turned it into their own version of King of the Ring. Give these guys a chance, let them, put a famous wrestler's name behind it. So I kind of get that, even though it's still, like I said, it's still devalued, but the Continental Classic better not be something they do.
Congratulations, you won a pink belt and you get no world title shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm pretty sure right now Eddie Kingston is a trios champion, so he's going to have to defend him against the House of Black.
Yeah, I love it.
Anyway, well, you know what? This was the best match of the night. I thought I enjoyed this one a little bit. So
All they needed was some sparklers for celebration.
Yeah, you know what? If the ring would have exploded, that'd have been even fucking better.
Like they needed to end the match with John Moxley getting skewered on giant bamboo skewers.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think Mox bled in this.
Ah! Oh
Wow.
my gosh!
I don't think he did. In the chat, if you guys remember, I don't remember. I don't think Mox bled in this. I think that's why I thought it was great. Mox didn't bleed.
Wow.
Yeah, I could.
I'm sure Eddie Kingston bit his forehead a few times too.
Oh yeah. They definitely licked each other. These guys like to put their mouths on each other.
Oh my.
Whatever, fucking weirdos. Anyway, all right. Last match of the evening, AEW World Championship match: Samoa Joe versus MJF, with the reveal of the Devil. Okay, now here's where I lost my shit. MJF loses to Samoa Joe.
Okay.
We all kind of figured that's what was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
The ending was weird, like it was a fucked up mess. The referee, it was so MJF was choked out. He raised his hand 3 times, it dropped, but it seemed like the referee was like, oh, I don't think this is how it's like. It wasn't supposed to end like that.
Okay, who was the ref? Was it Rick Knox?
I don't
know.
remember.
It was
Bryce Remsburg.
Right, yeah, I think it was Remsburg.
So it was weird how it ended. So MJF is flat on his fucking face. He's out. Samoa wins the title. So congratulations, Samoa Joe. A guy in this company that deserves it. He's been around a long time with different companies. His run in WWE was trash. They could have done more with him. They missed out on this talent. He definitely deserves this world title. It was weird how he won it, though. Yeah, I don't know. Not a fan on how he won. I mean, I don't know. It looks like MJF is no longer with the company.
Yeah,
I think this is they got the ROH titles off of them on Wednesday to men in black masks. Kingdom. We all did. Was there any doubt? Now we all speculated it was, and I'm moving forward. I'm moving past MJF losing this to Samoa Joe. I think it's also Samoa one, but I want to move on to the reveal that 99% of the world already fucking knew it was Adam Cole. This would have been revealed 2 pay-per-views ago if Adam Cole wasn't, still
break his ankle
because of injury. Wardlow, the Kingdom. Who am I missing there? Roddy Strong, right? Roddy Strong's in there. We all kind of knew that's what was going on. This pay-per-view ended with Adam Cole sitting above
sitting in a chair because he can't stand up
above MJF after Roddy hit him with a fucking flying knee, which might make the whoop-pow.
Yeah, I was about to say you got that wrong.
We'll see. And holding up the mask like we didn't already fucking know. And if MJF is actually gone, this story was for naught.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like it just died. Like it's just over. Like
I think unfortunately with Adam Cole breaking his ankle or whatever he did, I think that kind of just blew up the whole works of how the storyline was supposed to go in the first place. So I'm guessing Tony Khan had to just throw some shit together to try and get to this point. But there's Cat. Mr. Puffers has joined the window. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't get it.
Well,
like, they could. I still think they could have done so much more with MJF and Adam Cole. Like their whole gimmick was great. It worked. But again, at the same time, I'm glad to see they finally put the belt on Samoa Joe. Adam Cole's out injured. MJF is banged up from what I'm reading. So
Yeah,
he's
so
going to
he's
take some
either-
time off.
So they removed him from the roster. So he hasn't signed the contract yet, or it's just part of the story. We don't know yet.
I think it's story.
He's definitely a lot of people do. We'll know tonight if he shows up on Raw. So I hope he shows up on Raw with the belt with the X on it.
Yeah.
And a dog collar for CM Punk.
Yeah. A lot of people think it's story. I'm not sure yet. We can speculate. We'll be speculating for the next couple of months. I think he shows up. Maybe he shows back on AEW. Well, hopefully we'll hear if he signs. Who knows? But
Our next pay-per-view is not until March, I think. And that's the Revolution.
Yeah.
We will know come Rumble. I guarantee that. Because if MJF is signed with WWE, he will be one of the entrant. He will be a surprise entrant in the Rumble. If he is not, if he signs back with AEW, we will know by Rumble time because they will have done something to kind of counter. AEW will try to do something to counteract whatever they're going to try to do at the Rumble. So MJF will be back probably by Rumble time or either right before or right after, something to kind of counteract what WWE does. But the whole point, the thing that you've been saying, Jason, and the thing that bothers me the most, there's two things that bother me about the whole Adam Cole being revealed. Yes, we kind of already knew, but something that's been said and continues to be said is this makes, like, if MJF resigns and they keep going with this storyline, this makes MJF look like a complete putz because he couldn't see it coming. The guy that it was the biggest backstabber couldn't see the backstab coming. So that first of all, that bothers me to the end.
But he gave his heart to his best friend Adam Cole, his first real best friend. That's the
Well,
story.
now, he's not a heel.
That's the
He's
story.
still a scumbag, but he's a baby, so he's supposed to be.
Yeah,
He's supposed to be a little.
But he can't. But any real person can't be that naive. Even if you are going as a baby face, you can't be that naive that somebody isn't going to stab you.
Hey, it's sports entertainment.
Lean in here, Scotty. Tell him, Ricky. Hey, it's sports entertainment.
But the other thing that makes it interesting is, let's just say MJF doesn't resign. Like you said, Jason, this whole storyline is for naught. What are they going to do? Are they going to start passing Adam Cole off as the devil now? And how does he get, like, there's no redemption arc for MJF. He doesn't come back. He doesn't get his revenge. He doesn't get to be, he doesn't get the full justice that is deserved. So what was the point of even revealing it?
Well, I mean, the whole point was Adam Cole wants a shot at that world title. And now he's not getting that shot from MJF at the world title because he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, like the whole storyline's for naught.
And you remember the big screen on, what was that, Dynamite after or right before Samoa Joe hits MJF with the chair, where the screen says, "Thank you for doing business with me."
Yeah.
So maybe that was the thing. We help you get the title off MJF, and then down the road, that's going to be one of Samoa Joe's title defenses, to be against Adam Cole. Maybe that's when they finally put the strap on Adam Cole.
I don't know. Well, we're glad of a couple things. We're glad it's over, right?
Yeah.
Sick of the fucking devil. Sick of it. Sick of the devil. We're glad it's not Jack Perry.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're definitely glad it's not Jack Perry, right? And we're glad that Dolph Ziggler didn't show up.
Yeah.
So who's Samoa Joe's first title opponent now?
It's fucking Joe, whoever he wants it to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I that's a good question. Yeah, in the chat, let's see. Who do you think Samoa Joe's first title defense should be? Honestly, I have no idea.
I don't
I have
either.
no idea. I think he's going to have to mix it up with.
At some point, he's going to go toe to toe with Wardlow.
Well, he's already done that, right? He's already
Yeah,
done
that was the TNT title thing at
Yeah.
the beginning of the year,
Yeah.
where they just passed the belt back and forth for like 3 months straight.
Do you think?
maybe-
Do you think they put him and Swerve against each other for a short run?
I'd love this. No, because
Nah.
Swerve is going
You
to be
can't.
the next champion.
Swerve's so hot right now. You can't kill his momentum right away. MJF won the title. You
I
can't.
got it. I got
mean,
it. Dustin Rhodes.
The king of catering.
I mean, actually, not a bad thing. I mean, you give him the one, like you give them a run. You give Dustin, like, because Dustin technically is retiring at the end of this year, or like when it, because he mentioned that he's retiring, right? Like not too long ago.
Well,
Rob Fox says Jimmy King, and Owen says Rio. Rio.
I say Brian Hardy.
There you go.
No,
he's
in all seriousness, I could see them. Obviously, Tony Khan's going to do one of his stupid eliminator tournaments, probably to crown a new number one contender. I could see it being any of the three Combat Club guys.
There will be another tournament.
I could see him going against any of the three Combat Club guys: Claudio, Danielson, or Moxley.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a
title
I wouldn't mind a Danielson Samoa Joe.
Question is, can Danielson stay healthy for it?
Bianca Belair. Rob Fox says Bianca Belair.
Yeah. Fuck Bianca. Okay. That was shout out. All right, we got a new segment. It's called The Eye of Scotty.
Hey, you going to tell us who the segment's brought to you by?
No.
Crown Home Mortgage.
Should be good, but probably not.
Our new sponsor.
Through the eye.
Go ahead, Jason. Take it away.
Scotty.
It's already running, bro.
Now's your chance.
Oh, got it.
Silly boy.
What the hell?
Go to the party.
Oh, wow.
All right, Scotty. That is your cue. Scotty is going to bring us his thoughts on something every week. He's going to give us on Mondays. He's going to give us his thoughts on things. So, and this is all from the eye of Scotty. Take it away, Scotty.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, so here's what I've been looking at and thinking about over these last couple weeks: NDAs in the wrestling business. And the thing is, we gotta separate everything out here. We need to separate it out as work-related NDAs and non-work related NDAs. We'll come back to the non-work related here in just a sec, but I want to address something that's very interesting. We have talked at length about CM Punk and the whole thing, the brawl out and all that stuff. Well, come to find out, there has been, we now know that Punk and Ace Steel are both under NDAs. And according to the amazing barrister, Stephen Pinu, who is the attorney for both gentlemen, there is only one person in that event that is not under an NDA, and that's Ace Steel's wife. Which then led to a whole thing about NDAs with Chris Jericho, and I'll get into that in a sec. But it got me thinking: NDAs, work-related NDAs, people who are people who are disgruntled with their job and are told, "Hey, you know what? We'll let you go. We'll do this, but you gotta sign a non-disclosure agreement." And we look at what went on, the brawl out, and all that kind of stuff. And here's my question: If CM Punk and Ace Steel were in the wrong, why are they the biggest ones that needed the NDA? Yes, we know probably the Bucks and Omega are also under an NDA, but it really gets my gears that if you look at everything that's gone on in this business, wrestling is a weird business. I guarantee you in a lot of major corporations, there's a lot of NDAs for a lot of different reasons. But in the wrestling business, NDAs are not, well, I shouldn't say not prevalent, but have not been prevalent, at least work-related NDAs. So it just makes me think, even if you look at Vince, like Vince, and again, I'm going to get into this here in a sec, but Vince is more worried about the women that he slept with creating havoc for his business than the wrestlers that he has employed. I guarantee and I'm willing to be correct on this if anybody knows any different. But as far as I am aware, no wrestler that come out of WWE has ever signed an NDA. Why? Because they've gone out there and done shoot interviews about WWE after their 90-day non-compete clause. But that being said, my question is this about the work-related NDAs, the disgruntled employee NDAs, as I will call them. What is AEW trying to hide? What don't they want us to know about how their business practices are being run that are creating this? They're creating all these issues among different people. But that being said, let's get to the non-work related NDAs. The whole reason this whole thing started was Chris Jericho shot his mouth off on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, and said, "Hey, guess what? I don't have an NDA. I can talk about this anytime I want." To which, and I please forgive me, I cannot remember who it was. It was one of the wrestling news reporters, but I cannot remember which one. Somebody posted back to Jericho's comment saying, "What about all the NDAs you make everybody else sign?"
Sean Ross Sapp.
Sean Ross Sapp, thank you. We got to give credit where credit is due. And so Jericho has not said anything since then, but it has created a firestorm to the point where now other people have come out and said, "Hey, we know of an NDA between Kylie Ray and Chris Jericho over something." Again, we don't know what. We don't know what kind of issue it is, but we know there was something that went on there. So here's my thing about the non-work related NDAs. Vince has done it. Jericho's now done it. Who knows how many other guys? I mean, there might be. I know some people have good things to say about JBL. Some people have bad things to say about JBL. John Laurinaitis has probably got about 1,000 NDAs out there of women, and he doesn't want talking about his personal life. So again, I get in business, I get there's always an NDA. Like there's something, somebody does something that they don't want out there. But wrestling, as I said, is a very unique business. More people know about what's going on in wrestling than they know about what's going on behind the scenes at Microsoft, Apple, Toyota, any major name company you can think of. They're most people can't. When you have no idea what's going on behind the scenes, whereas wrestling, it's almost all out there. Even if there is an NDA, it still comes out into the open. Look at what happened to Vince. So this is an interesting thing, and I think, gentlemen, we need to talk about this. Chris Jericho, Kylie Ray, and the NDA scandal saga continues. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Let us know in the comments and the thing. And gentlemen, what do you guys think about this whole thing?
Scotty, good job. It went a little long.
All right.
Long, but I knew it would be. I knew if I give Scotty 2 minutes, he was taking 4. That's why I didn't say take 10. Jesus Christ.
Did I? Please say I kept it under 3.
4. You had it 4 minutes.
Dang it.
You're okay.
Sorry.
You're okay. Scotty, when you go, buddy, because that's why it's the eye of Scotty.
Through the eye.
That's the greatest graphic ever. That's underneath the Samoa Joe double middle finger one.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so it came out this weekend that there was an issue with one Kylie. What is it, Kylie Ray?
Kylie Ray, who
Not
had
a great picture of
who was
Kylie Ray
there
here.
for
She's
a cup of
much
coffee.
Yeah, cup of coffee, the big time.
Yeah.
She was with AEW for a very short time. She was invited to a party by Chris Jericho. Said, "Hey, you should come to this party in my hotel room. There's gonna be a lot of people there." She shows up.
Maybe that's where Nate got that line from.
Maybe. So Kylie shows up, and it's just Chris Jericho and his dick. So he made a pass at her, and she did not. She kind of freaked out, and then she asked for a release. Tony gave her release. There was there was a video, and I didn't bring it up, but there was a video where they asked Tony about of Kylie, and she said, "Oh, she just came to me and said she wanted a release." I said, "Was everything okay?" She said, "Yeah, everything's fine. I just want my release."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, something wasn't right there. And then at the medium scrum, and I got a video here, and we'll play this from the media scrum when Julia Hart
This
was
is
up
actually a question for Tony.
on the
There's a lot of
Is this when Tony
conversation,
Khan was
especially
looking
the
like a
last couple
pimp?
days, about the issue of safety and
I don't
harassment,
know.
specifically involving women wrestlers.
This wasn't Tony Khan, this was Horseshack.
You know, without getting
From
too much
Welcome Back
into
to
the
Live.
details, or some people may not want their names mentioned.
Terrible.
But
my
there have been a lot
God.
of conversations, and
You guys
there's
hear
real
the audio?
concern from wrestlers, from
No, I can't.
fans,
I'll grab
from
it on
media
the-
alike, you know, about the
it
safety
looks like it's
of wrestlers
fine.
behind the scenes. So, like, what has been done specifically to prevent issues like sexual harassment in the AEW locker room, both, you know, in the past and going forward, because this is something that should always be looked at. I think it's very important.
It's a great question, Kevin, and I think it applies to everybody in the
dumbest fucking
company,
looks I've
women
ever
and men,
seen.
and it's something we're very serious
better
about.
than
And
Julia
we've had a
Hart's hat.
policy in place, and certainly, I think any time there's anything like that, we would make sure we do everything we can to prevent it. AEW has the best safety record, I believe, of any pro wrestling company in the world. I believe we have the most safe environment. I believe we have the best safety record of any pro wrestling company, and I would hold the record of AEW on safety against any wrestling company in the world. And I think AEW is the safest place for pro wrestling. And if any of our wrestlers ever have a concern, they always have an open line to talk to me. And I believe anybody would sit here and tell you they always can talk to me anytime they are concerned about anything.
This is
All right, so basically, you know, I'm sure you guys heard the audio and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Basically, Tony's just saying this is probably the safest work environment you could be in. 3 months ago, he was scared for his fucking life.
Yep.
So you mean to tell me a company that bleeds on a regular and uses all sorts of foreign objects is safer than, you know, WWE that only
Ricky, they
bleeds
use
when it's
real glass.
accidental? Yeah.
they use real glass.
No,
Yeah.
and not only that, but like as I was telling Jason earlier, like, okay, you know, we'll get to the sexual harassment stuff in a sec, but these guys are saying the safest work environment, and yet how many guys have been injured over the last year? You know, Martin
I
broke.
don't think they were talking about that. I don't think they were talking about injuries.
But let's include that in there as the safest. Like again, like I said, we'll talk about the sexual harassment stuff in a sec. But the work environment, I'm sorry, safest work environment. When considering, that in WWE, the only couple people who are hurt right now are Charlotte Flair and maybe 3 others, and then
Big E,
The whole
and
women's
everybody
tag team
that,
division.
yeah, everybody that what's his name touches Rich Holland. So
yeah, I know.
So safe work environment. When now he's not talking about injuries. He's talking about back room. At the end of the day,
He's had two fallouts in his back room in the last calendar year.
No company's perfect. WWE has been around for years and years and years and years, so they're gonna have stuff accumulate. They're gonna have things accumulate. Things are gonna happen. People are humans. Guys make passes at women, whether they mean it to be mean or just they're fucking horny. That's just fucking guys do that. And they sign these NDAs, and Vince McMahon's dick's bigger than fucking the world, so he's got to show everybody. There's a reason why they call him the genetic jackhammer, right?
Yeah.
He's not going to not show you. He's just not going to not show you. So, for Tony Khan to say this is the safest work environment ever, and then 3 months ago he was begging fucking CM Punk not to choke him out like he choked out Jungle Boy, and he's still not to bite the fucking employees. This is not a fucking. These are grown fucking dudes. Now, okay, so I've noticed in the progression of where I'm at with indie wrestling. At this level, it's not as bad. When it gets here, climbs to here, it's like a little, like guys have a little bit more of a fucking attitude or an ego. And then when it gets to here, the egos get worse. And guys, they talk about matches. You can see people that don't really get along, but they still do the work. We're at AEW and we're at WWE level. These fucking guys have all been winners somewhere, whether it was 10 years ago or current. Dustin Rhodes was a fucking winner back in the day. Not a lot, but he won back in the day. Swerve Scott is a winner now, right? Those guys are talking about matches. Do you think Dustin Rhodes is winning that fucking match? No, he's not. But they both have big egos. Wrestlers have big egos. Chris Jericho, for some reason, thought he's just gonna whip his dick out to anybody. He's just gonna show people. He's just gonna bite. Yeah, I don't know. And Chris Jericho's married with children, right? He's not Al Bundy, but he's married with children. And I don't know where he thought he was a high-profile guy like that. I invite Kylie Ray back to my hotel room. She gonna laugh at me and fucking walk out, and you're never gonna hear no fucking story about it, right?
Yeah.
Chris Jericho, on the other hand, he's a high-profile fucking guy, right? So now she is in a position, and it's different for women than it is guys. She's in a position where she is a female in a company that she's trying to get over in, and Chris Jericho is up here. How do you think that would go?
He's one of the people that started the company.
He didn't. No, he wasn't. He was one of the guys that went to the company when it first started.
Yeah.
Right? But so he's got a lot of pull, a lot of say. He probably agents some stuff. How do you think Kylie felt? How do you think Kylie felt when all that shit went down?
Frosty said, move number 1005, dick whip. Armbar.
No, actually, Scotty, that's Joe. That's who was the guy you watched on Instant Rewind? Joey. He did the dick whip.
Joe. Yeah, it's Joey.
Joey something or other. I can't remember.
Anyway, I don't want to forget his name. But anyway, how do you think Kylie felt? Like how she was going to get along through this company, how she was going to make it in this company if she didn't suck fucking Chris Jericho's dick that night.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying that's what happened. This is all alleged shit. She showed up. He made a pass at her. He probably probably said, "Hey, you want to see my Fozzy?" Whatever. I don't give a fuck how he did it, but he did it, and like this shit fucking goes on. And there was a video recently of Chris Jericho talking about Vince McMahon. Well, Vince McMahon did what he did. Was it right? No. But is it illegal? No. You might as well just said, go fuck them all. Fuck all the wrestlers, Vince. That's just Jericho is an old school wrestling guy who lives like he's Vince McMahon. They all want to be the genetic jackhammer one way or another. And I think Chris Jericho tried to use his fucking influence on Kylie's pussy.
Well, and not only that, but I've heard as the years went on. Joey Ryan, thank you,
Rod. Thank you, Frosty.
Yeah. I have heard that Chris Jericho and Vince were pretty close by the end of the WWE run. Where do you think Chris got a lot of his man from the top down? Like employees take their cues from the boss. If the boss is doing something, they think they can do something. So where do you think Chris got most of his ideas on? Hey, I'm powerful. I've got influence in this business. I'm going to do whatever I want. Again, this is all pure speculation, but maybe Vince and Chris were tag teaming it together. Who the freak knows?
John Laurinaitis.
It's all legend shit. We don't know the whole fucking story of Chris Jericho.
Yes, but but again, the point still stands that people, the underlings take their cue from the boss. So I feel like, again, Chris coming out and not, I
understand what you're saying, and I know guys think differently than women. Guys, if a girl says hi to a guy, the guy automatically thinks they want to fuck. Like that's just a lot of guys are like, tell me I'm wrong, Ricky. Am I wrong? No. If a pretty girl says, "Hey, how are you?" You're like, right? I mean, you're just fuck. I mean, yeah. So that's just kind of how guys think, and I'm not saying that's right, not saying that's wrong. That's just kind of guys different animal than women. So. Women goes, ew, gross, don't want that sweaty beard all over me. I mean, probably that's what they're thinking in their head when they say hi. They're probably making eye contact with you to let you know, hey, motherfucker, I got a rape whistle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there'll be more shit to come out about this for sure. But Chris Jericho,
He's
man.
not the most popular guy in the world right now.
No,
That's
and
for sure.
during that 4-way match or that 8-man tag, the fans were letting him know it. The wrestlers were letting him know it. When Chris Jericho was on the ground getting the shit kicked out of him, the fans were going absolute crazy. All 6 fans, and so more to come. I mean, we're gonna find out more.
And again, my question is, will this? I mean, again, Chris Jericho doesn't run the company, doesn't run AEW. Thank goodness for that. But will this turn into the employee equivalent of Vince McMahon? Will we find out that Jericho has more than one skeleton in his closet? That
did they make her Kylie sign an NDA for this?
I would assume that's why that was part of from her.
Well, how this all started was someone on Twitter said, "Hey, when is it okay to talk about Chris Jericho and his issues?" And Kylie liked the comment.
Yeah,
that's how it all. That's how it all started. So the old twatter. So anyway, boys, that's it for me.
Why the hell did it take? Like, why does it always take so damn long for somebody to just speak up?
I think it's
reprisal. They do not.
Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Like,
well, again, it's a woman in the wrestling business that doesn't want to get fucking buried, right? And wrestlers talk shit on each other, right?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Talk shit on wrestlers. It drives me absolutely fucking crazy. I heard it on Saturday from a guy that I can't really fucking stand, burying a guy that did good fucking work for him, but he was fucking burying him. It drives me fucking crazy. But I was telling Jess because Jess overheard the conversation, and she was telling me about it. And I said, it's fucking shit. It's fucking shitty because it might not. The story's definitely not true. It's burying this fucking wrestler just because this certain promoter does not fucking like him for whatever reason. But Jess heard it, and if Jess didn't know the wrestler we were talking about, that'd have been etched in her mind next time she heard that wrestler's name. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, he's a fucking shithead.
Yeah,
we wouldn't want him at ATCW. Yeah, I've heard bad stuff about him. That's how it fucking goes. They bury people. This business, you can get buried pretty fucking quickly. I mean, look what happened. Look what happened to Chris Benoit after he killed his kids. Well,
yeah.
I mean, that was for good reason.
But again, like, it was funny because I saw a video, just bringing the whole Chris Benoit thing up. I saw a video of Jonathan Coach talking about, how, yes, it was, bad what he did, but, Coach was like, look, he was nice to me the whole time, I was in the company.
Kurt Angle praises him.
Yeah.
All the time, says he's the best person he's ever been in the ring with.
Vince didn't try to fuck Kurt Angle.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but Vince didn't try to fuck Jonathan Coachman. Don't fuck the wrestlers.
Yeah.
Teachers, don't fuck the kids. It's the same thing. It's the same fucking thing. It is the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking thing, right?
She is between 18 and 39, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. But the problem is, and it's a power thing.
Yeah.
These guys have power. They try to use their power for whatever it is. And it makes a lot of the women or a lot of the guys. It could happen with guys too. You don't think Linda was trying to fuck Cena? Well, maybe. I don't know.
I think Stephanie was, but not Linda.
Yeah. Linda said, Linda said, huh, I can't see your penis. Can I see it? So, I mean, again, it's a power thing. These guys have power over their employees or their underlings, and they try to use their fucking power. And again, whatever. Chris Jericho, go fuck yourself.
Jericho, I don't know. I'm still to go with innocent until proven guilty.
There will be an apology coming out soon.
But yeah,
I will
Jericho,
be
as of
downloading the Jericho podcast.
Jericho for right now, may want to just disappear into a bush or something.
Yeah, maybe he needs to go get gingivitis like Kenny Omega has.
Gingivitis.
Isn't that
What
what
if
he
that'll
has?
kill some of his concert sales?
Yeah.
How about the fucking Jericho cruise? You don't think he's
Yeah.
out there banging fucking chicks on the ocean? Come on. Fuck out of here. He's painting his face, running around like Dan Housen so nobody knows it's Chris Jericho whipping his dick out. Come on. Fuck out of here.
I'm pretty
Anyway.
sure they'll be able to see his overweight ass.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if anybody's going to sing the song anymore after this. I hope not.
Nope. I think that's done. They'll probably pull his music too, because it's like we don't want any more reminders of Jericho than we have to have.
Anyway, that's good doing here for Hardway Wrestling. Good show today, boys. Happy Monday, Happy New Year, everybody. Scotty, good job with your first segment, right? We're gonna fix that. Ricky's got a segment coming up here. So we don't show us Jericho's penis. Is that what you're doing?
Easy.
Right, damn.
No, it's not like that.
Yo, well, I mean, I can't help it's cold in your house. What is he talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's about like that. I mean, give us a little bit more, Scotty. I mean, tip out. Pissing on his balls over there. Anyway, Ricky's gonna have some stuff coming up here soon. We're gonna do a lot more different things. Maybe we'll get Brian Hardy's Bianca moment of the night. Who fucking knows? We're gonna do different things here. So we'll be back on Friday. Nope, probably Thursday this week. We'll be back because I'm going out of town on Friday. Probably back on Thursday. We'll be back with another episode of Whoop-Pow for sure. A lot of Whoop-Pow videos in the
And we got a fresh quarter and a new fantasy season starting.
We do have a new fantasy
So
season.
welcome to all of our new guests, and
Yep.
fuck you, everybody that left.
Yeah.
You were at the bottom of the standings anyway.
We've had a good couple weeks here at Hardway Wrestling. We have a new fantasy champion in Jessie Gibson. I thought she'd make an appearance here. If she's listening, she will be running up these fucking steps to jump on camera. Nope. Okay. We have new subscribers. Welcome home to Hardway Wrestling, our little hard-ons. And I hope you enjoy what you see. And if you don't enjoy what you see, you know what? Go fuck yourself, because we're gonna keep doing it anyway. No, we want to hear your feedback. Keep talking. We love to hear what you like, what you don't like. Not that we're gonna fix any of it, but so everybody, if you're not on YouTube, we're on Facebook Live right now. But if you have a YouTube and you have not subscribed yet, please go. Oh, that's Kylie. God, I'm terrible. I can't get it to work.
That's terrible.
Anyway, go like and subscribe. I don't know why I can't get it to work. What happened? I lost it. Something happened. Oh, fuck it anyway. Go like and subscribe. Ring the bell. Hit the thumb. And let us know what you think all the time. So for Scotty, Ricky, and myself, we'll see you next time
On the hard way.
Peace.